Back when I was a kid, my dad used to buy Cadillacs with a badge here on the grill. Then he put the badge up on the hood. Crank that baby up! Boink. So, I was making a video a minute ago. Yahoo! The lawn care guy is in a rush to make your grass short. Crank her up! So I was making a video and it ended after 11 seconds and I was babbling away for 3 minutes and we got nothing. So I don't know what happened. This video is 32 seconds long. So this vehicle was owned by...
I was going to say the dictator.
You can't get rid of the coronavirus by doing this. You wear a useless mask that you buy in China that probably has asbestos in the mask.
No, this is owned by the Embassy of Saudi Arabia in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not in the best of condition.
Yeah, they used it and abused it, just like they do their populace in Saudi Arabia. But America loves them because they buy lots of guns and tanks and planes. And since we're not making any more rail cars or buses or mass transit stuff, we better be selling airplanes and guns and tanks to our friends and enemies. They're our enemies till they buy stuff, then they're our friends. Yahoo! How many miles on this baby?
About 142 or something on it.
What'd you do, send the interior to China so it could be recycled into useless face masks?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cleaning it up.
So if ever you wonder where Ubers go when they go to bed at night, they come here! Because we've only got one here. We've not only got one here, we've also got one over here that came from an auction yard and it was wrecked in the front. It was Grandpa's and he went boink because he was following too closely. So this one got a new hood from the junkyard, which is almost the same color. And I say almost because this one's darker. A shade or two darker. But considering it was an unmarked, pristine junkyard find with the bumper and the fiberglass header, headlight
panel,
support,
radiator support. And I still got to do the condenser in the radiator. I broke that, putting that in.
Oops.
Yeah.
Let me just round it off, file it off smooth.
File it off. But this is what it looked like before here.
Oh, look at that. Light tap in the front. Hood's lightly folded, right on the folding lines. That's supposed to fold on in case of an accident so it doesn't go through the windshield. Thanks to 1968 laws. 105,000 miles. Boink.
There you go.
Yeah, $1,200 car.
Yep.
How much these things cost new?
This was $50,000.
50,000. Well, yeah, but still, 50,000 is not 1,000.
Negotiate $500 off.
Yeah, and get some air freshener. So there's the original.
Yep.
Dirty, and the new one from the junkyard.
And I painted this because this was.
Look at that! My fingernails are dirty. I can't be on the dating scene. I better put my gloves on.
You can see it's a little. When the accident happened, it pushed it. It pulled it a little bit right there. Same over there.
BFD.
Yeah, just hog the holes out. It's good enough.
Hog the holes out with a rat tail file. Alrighty, we're having a good time.
Here you go.
We got junk all over the place. Last time I was here in December, I was wool waxing
Oh yeah, you're in
the ex-Mrs. CW's Yukon Axle. And it was cold, colder and coldest because we're down south in South Carolina. Enjoying the southern hospitality, the fried chicken. And as I've always said, my motto has always been, which I've never said before, but I've always thought about it, black Lincolns don't matter when they're from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, black Lincoln from Saudi Arabia. I think you got to pump up the rear air shocks.
Yeah,
We're hanging a little low.
we're trying to pump them and it failed. It just tripped the light on the dash.
Fail. Not even a town car.
It's stealth mode or something.
Yes. Nobody wants to know what the Saudis are driving. I just heard from my buddy Sharpshooter in Boston. We were chatting last night while I was doing some electrical work because I never leave home without my Greenville, South Carolina. Maybe somebody took it for a test drive. Maybe this was going for a test drive and they wrecked it.
I wonder.
Wouldn't that be interesting? I wasn't familiar with the braking abilities or inabilities. So while I was here, I brought my tools put an electrical socket in right there. And if you're wondering why one's upside down and one's not upside down, this is the commercial way. So if a penny falls down here or a coin behind the dresser, it grounds out and pops the breaker as opposed to shorting between the hot and the neutral. It's the commercial way, but I put them in one way and one way the other way. That way, depending how your cord drapes, like on an air conditioner or dehumidifier. So I put in some wiring, and unfortunately, this is theft-proof mode. Don't tell anybody how to break in here or break out of here. Unfortunately, the wiring in this house is aluminum. And then I realized I left a loop there, and I could have extended the wire there behind the shutter. Never get it perfect. We try. We're gonna hit the road. We got Ford's undercover, stealth mode, and Suburban Towing Z71. Crank that baby up. We're gonna hit the road.